Morning, guys. These people have lost the actual plot. That's all I can say at this point. So there's an article here, and it's talking about AI is going to be used to predict the next coronavirus. And they're using AIs and they're using machinery to tell us when the next pandemic is going to be and when the next novel coronavirus is going to be and blah, 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 blah. And this has all been done by machine. Yeah? What? So they're predicting, AI is saying when this next thing is going to happen, right? They're using machines for that. What else have I got here? So also here we've got the UK is going to launch a high-risk science agency to look for groundbreaking discoveries. The agency ARIA will be run along the lines of the US equivalents that were instrumental in the creation of the internet and GPS. There's 800 million funding over 4 years they've had, and they've got a higher tolerance for failure than is normal, the government said. So that's happening as well. Another little story I want to share with you. Smart materials, from tiny robots to colour swapping clothes. Imagine concrete bridges that can heal cracks without human intervention, or tiny machines that can be injected into the body to treat disease. These are two applications for a category of smart materials that change and adapt to the environment. Inspired by living things, they have the potential to transform the way we live, according to a new report. But they might also need regulation to avoid unintended consequences, says the document from the UK's Royal Society. Some animate materials are already here, self-repairing, paint and concrete that can patch itself up and have made it into commercial products, but more applications are on their way. This is a really important century for us. We are going from inanimate view of materials where we make them, they are sophisticated, but they fall apart, and then we replace them, to a more biological view of the stuff we are going to make, said Professor Mark Midderwink, one of the report's co-chairs. Bridges in the future are going to know they are damaged, and then they are going to be able to do something about it. There are two key approaches for self-healing concrete. One uses capsules embedded in the concrete that crack open in response to damage. They release a substance based on bitumen that mineralizes when exposed to air and water filling the damaged area. Okay. The other concept also uses capsules, but filled with bacteria. When the concrete cracks, the capsules release the bugs which produce the mineral calcite to heal the damage. So basically, guys, this technology has already been trialled on roads in the UK. So they are using stuff like this already here. They're putting capsules down on our roads, yeah, with bugs and bacteria in, okay? And think about all the roadworks we saw going on through the lockdown. The M25 was shut down, yeah? And then people are getting viruses, whatever's happened. But we've been releasing bacteria here, capsules released with bacteria to help fix the roads and stuff. Wow. And technology has already been trialled here in the UK, so there's some pictures there of the before and after for the damaged concrete. Other applications of self-healing materials are in phone screens that can repair themselves when cracked, and electronics that grow back damaged circuits, restoring function. The question, in my view, it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. The question is this report premature? I don't think it is, said Professor Midderwink. You see lots of little things, bits... I can't read today. You see lots of little bits of it happening. So now it is time to get the scientific community together to say, this is where we're going, so now let's change our mode of working. At the moment, it's very disparate, with pockets of work all over the place, not talking to each other, and without a common aim. Medicine is another big area expected to drive the use of animate materials. Long-term microscopic machines could be injected into the bloodstream to make small incisions, repair damage, or sense and collect data. These mini robots could be propelled by tiny motors which would be powered by chemical reactions. They could deliver drugs to specific locations in the body, such as a tumour. This would potentially avoid the damage to the rest of the body that can occur with concurrent forms of chemotherapy and radiotherapy. Trying to make it... Look how they're selling this, yeah? Smart clothing. Clothing might also be a target for innovation. There are some fun applications, being able to change the shape of your garment or change the colours so they react to your mood, said Professor Middelwink. But there could also be uses for people who are recovering from injury or surgery. With wearable tech, you could have sensors in the garment. If you were recovering from shoulder surgery, for example, these sensors could communicate how much shoulder movement you have to you and your doctor, said the UCL Professor of Material Science. The Royal Society report says that as animate materials become more common, they will impose challenges for regulators. In future, these materials and the systems they are part of will be able to operate without human intervention. This means they could behave in ways that are unpredictable. Their use could also raise safety issues as well as ethical and practical ones. New regulation will inevitably be required, says the report. Professor Middelwink agreed that the development of novel animate materials for diverse applications could be an activity for a proposed new UK science body. It is modelled on the Defence Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, in the USA. It would carry out blue skies research, where the chances of success are uncertain but would be highly rewarding if fruitful. Everything I have just told you in this little news report today, guys, has everything to do with the Internet of Things. Look how much they're rushing through this information. Share if you can to help me, support me, and subscribe. Peace out, guys.